I've just left the main building of the Mitte Pab hospital, or whatever it's called. I'm about to go get an endoscopy. I had an x-ray scan, blood test, urine test, stool samples, ultrasound, all sorts of things yesterday. They were really good, really efficient. It's a really clean hospital. I'm very happy. They've just put me in an ambulance now to take me to a different building to go get an endoscopy. I'm quite worried about this because they're not sedating me, and I've had this before in the UK where they did sedate me, and it was a terrible experience. I was heaving, I was puking like constantly, every second, like blah, 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 blah. Really hard. Oh yeah, it looks like they've just taken me to the older building, but that's okay.
The doctor knows I'm nervous. He just came out and he was like, you know, there's no sedative for this one, right? And I was like, yes, I know. He was like, we don't do this in Laos. I was like, yes, I know. We can spray your throat with something cane. It sounded like cocaine to numb it a little bit. And I was like, yes, okay. And I'm trying to be polite, you know, but I'm nervous. And he looked at me and he just went, you can accept this? And I said, yes, I can accept this. And he said, good, you have no choice. In the UK, they really focus on sort of the pain and comfort of the patient, whereas in Laos, they just want to get the job done, you know? That's the most important thing at the end of the day, isn't it? Not whether you're happy about it. And I understand that, I do, but coming from the UK, where everything's very flowery and oh, lovey-dovey, I'll give you some anaesthetic, or let's get you high and we'll all be happy, are you comfortable? You know, it's very different. They never ask you if you're comfortable, they don't care. And really, I kind of agree a little bit with it, because they are doctors, they're here to fix you, they're not here to make you feel all happy and jolly. And at the end of the day, if they do fix me, then I'll be very happy. So, just got to swallow it, take it with a pinch of salt.
Swallow it, literally.
Literally swallow it. And yeah, just be strong like the Lao. The Lao people are so strong. Like, honestly, they are. They don't show pain. It's not in their culture to show pain. It's really different. We, as a Flang, we show pain. We let it out. It makes us feel better. We get told this. Let it out. Scream. You don't do it like that. I can hear the patient that's already in there just going, "Wah," and I know that I'm just going to be like that in a minute. It's a horrible, horrible thing having an endoscopy. I hate it. It's like someone's got their fingers down your throat constantly. And you're just heaving and heaving and heaving. And you're trying to swallow, but you can't swallow because there's a pipe down your throat, and your pipe is kind of swallowing and contracting around the pipe, and it's such a bad feeling. Be much better with some sedative, for sure. I'm very nervous. This is the update. I've had my endoscopy, as you have just seen. It went very well. It was extremely uncomfortable, bloody awful really, but they took 2 biopsies because they found some problems basically. There's nothing too serious. It's just a problem that should have been dealt with and sorted out through medication long ago, and not left for a year. And it's basically, I had what looks like a chronic appendicitis, so a long-term appendicitis for maybe 4 or 5 months, and I was in a lot of pain. My body was in a lot of pain, and I should have gone to the doctor a lot sooner. Basically, it's just I thought I was being a wimp. I thought, you know, that surely I wasn't feeling this much pain, and it was just that I wasn't dealing with it that well. But no, it was that I was in a lot of pain. Should have gone to the doctor sooner. It was making me very ill. I couldn't eat because of the pain from the appendicitis. My body goes through an inflammatory response, and so my whole digestive tract and system was inflamed. It was swollen. Chronic gastritis, basically, triggered by chronic appendicitis. So once the appendix operation was over and I was healed with that, my body was still very, very swollen. Basically, my small intestines in particular, they were really badly affected, and they just didn't heal right. So because I was in a lot of pain, my body was inflamed, and I wasn't taking the right medication. All these different things were compounding it, so I couldn't eat. So what are you doing? Because I couldn't eat, I had an empty stomach. And one of the things that my body is doing at the moment, or has done for the past year as a response, is to produce too much acid, too much stomach acid. So I don't have acid reflux, which is why it was something that I never really thought about. But my body is producing far too much stomach acid, and it seems to do that as well when I'm stressed. And so I was very, very stressed at this undiagnosed condition. My body was under stress because I was in so much pain every day, and the inflammatory response just snowballed. Basically, loads of different things compounded it. It got that bad that I couldn't lay down without making it worse, and make, you know, because of the stomach acid and all these little factors, but are really small, just got worse and worse and worse, and it got to the point where I was so swollen that, you know, I was bleeding, you know, and things like that. You know, nothing too serious, you know. I had cancer tests and all these sorts of things, but I never had this endoscopy. It's something that every time I tried to get it and I would seem to be in the right place, the machine didn't work, or the doctor wasn't there, or they were off sick, or usually it was the machine didn't work. They had a machine but it just didn't work, or they didn't have the right person to do it. So I would always do all of the tests and just miss this one, but because the doctor would say everything was absolutely fine, we couldn't pick up on anything, I would then ignore it for a while, you know, a few months. Anyway, I know what to do now. I'm in a lot less pain. I've got a handful of medication that are working really well to treat the inflammatory response, and to treat the symptoms and the pain.
And to reduce the stomach acid production.
But treat things like the stomach acid and all these things that have made it a lot worse, so that I'm in more pain. And for the past 3 days...
So you're in less pain?
So that I'm in less pain. And for the past 3 days, I've eaten more than I've been able to eat for longer than I can remember, because a massive issue is that I was in so much pain, I couldn't keep food down. My body would just be sick constantly, and that's again something that was making my pain even worse when I didn't know it at the time. But yeah, I'm much better. It's been affecting the channel, and I don't like that at all. You know, I'm sick of talking about, you know, medical conditions or all that rubbish. Wasn't even going to do this video, but loads of people keep badgering me for it. You clearly want it, I understand. But from now on, that's it. I'm done with talking about that kind of thing, although I've got a couple of videos coming up. One video coming up is going to be a complete medical guide to Southeast Asia, something that you need to watch before you come out here, and I might even write it down, make it like into a free Kindle ebook or something like that, you know, go fully into it, because it's really important. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like me to do, and I'll do it. It just takes a lot of work, so yeah, I'd like to know that people are going to watch it or read it if I put the work in. I've got loads of crazy videos coming up for the channel, that plans that I had before that I couldn't do. I'm well behind. I'm going to be travelling up north to all different ethnic villages and see all sorts of different lifestyles and way of life in the way that I do it as well, you know, not completely planned. Molly, I'm drifting off a little bit. Am I still in shot?
Oh.
Drifting off in a boat. Yeah, loads of really funny videos, you know, just funny, stupid videos. That's what I like, having fun on my channel. And, you know, a lot more culture as well, I like that. And the reason why I've got a little puppy here is because this is Bean, and this is a puppy that we thought 1 month ago wasn't going to make it, to be honest with you. And I've been taking really short, it'll be a short video about Bean, introducing him to the channel soon. In the next couple of days I'll upload it, and it's just his little short story of how he nearly didn't make it. He was just really weak, sickly little puppy, but now he's not. So I'll put the link in the description in the next couple of days for that one. Tonight I've also got an uncut, unedited video of me sort of getting tricked into giving a English lesson on pronunciation in the university in Luang Prabang. It's very funny. I'm not going to cut it because I feel like, you know, it was a really funny interaction, really random. I didn't know it was going to happen, but I feel like it went quite well, and I feel like it would just be funny for you guys to see really how it properly panned out, instead of me just cutting it for effect. And that it's quite an interesting video. I speak to a bunch of Lao English speakers or learners, many of them whom have never even spoken to a native English speaker. So interesting video, check it out, it'll be up tonight. Anyway, I think that's enough of me talking. I'm bored of my own voice. Hey Bean? Hey Bean? What do you think? Yeah, give me worms, eh? Okay, well thank you very much for even being interested in all of this. Seriously, thank you for all of the support. When I was going through all this, with all of the pain and everything like this over the past few months, couple of months whilst I've been doing this, you guys have been the ones that have been getting me to get out of bed. You know, you've been motivating me basically, and it's been really good for my mental health personally. You know, a lot of people don't like talking about mental health. I don't give a shit about talking about mental health. I think it's a good thing, and you know, my mental health definitely took a bit of a dive during all of this. You know, all this pain, not knowing what's happening, not knowing if it was going to get fixed. You know, it's kind of scary being in a developing country as well. Sometimes with the lack of supplies. You know, yeah. But anyway, thank you so much to the Mita Pab Hospital for fixing me or diagnosing me. Yeah, this is going to be a massive thing for me, a massive thing for the channel. We've got loads of fucking awesome videos coming. I'm so excited.